morning, everybody. It's Brooke with Mrs. Cog Hill Farm, and boy, do I have something fun planned for today. I hope that this is going to work out the way that I imagine, because if not, it's going to be a very laughable, memorable experience. But y'all, first, we got to go get a good look at Mr. Moody, the biggest cow on the farm. That'll give you a hint as to what's to come. So I'm over at Moody's pasture. I'm on the back side, which is where he is. And I want to get a good look at him because I want to try to design a Christmas decoration after this big fella. He seems to be probably the staple of our farm. Everybody knows Big Moody, and he's by far the largest animal. So what better way than to make a cool Christmas decoration modeled after him. All right, big man, we got to get your hay filled up today. You're getting to the bottom of it, but I got to get a good look at you because I plan to make something cool for the farm for Christmas that kind of looks like you. At least I hope it does. That's my plan anyway. Before I move on to Christmas, I got to finish up one last Thanksgiving detail, and that is take care of some leftovers. Before we move on to Christmas, I got to finish Thanksgiving first. And we didn't have a very big Thanksgiving here at Cog Hill Farm. It was just Jason, myself, Marycarl, and my mom. However, we did have a large ham, and these are the leftovers. So I'm going to freeze dry the leftover ham so we can use it in soups and sandwiches and whatever else we can come up with. It's too much to waste. So if you've followed me freeze drying before, you know that I have done shrimp. I've also done chicken, and this will be the first time trying ham. But I think the key is going to be to try to cut it into uniform size pieces and get it distributed evenly on the trays. So we're going to pop this in the freeze dryer before we go back outside and start making this Moody Christmas decoration. So I've been trying to figure out how I can make a cool Christmas decoration using some of the things that I already have here on the farm. And one of those things is an old bale of hay. We have had this hay bale sitting here since, well, I guess back when the pond was first built. It's old, and we were going to use it for erosion control on top of some of the seeds that we put down. However, the hay that we had ended up being enough, and this bale has just been left over. So while we will probably unroll this bale and use it for grass covering in the future, I'm going to make use of it right now as a Christmas decoration. And that's my plan, to recreate Moody. All right, Rocky, you ready? Because I got some supplies already that I have had stored away in the old barn. That is a bunch of spray paint. So this large round bale is going to be used for the body, and that is Moody's body. It probably weighs about the same as him, but let's see if we can't make it any way resemble Mr. Moody. So I went down to the old barn and I came up with all the old cans of spray paint that I could find. That doesn't mean they're all going to spray. They may not work properly, but that's okay because it's something that I need to use the rest of if they're good, and if not, do away with them. And I may have to pick up a couple of more cans of spray paint. We'll just have to see, but I want to see how far I can get with what I've got. So you can see my little shopping basket here is fairly full. I've got half black, half white. I've even got a can of light pink that I thought I might can make his nose with. Of course, this is a first for me, so I'm just going to give it a shot. I mean, if it turns out to be not what I intended, oh well, so be it. I'm not out anything. These are things that I already have. So I'm going to get started just by, well, this one's gloss white, so I'm going to see if it comes out. I've got my little spray handle here that was already attached to this can. It's almost like it's intended for me to do this project. But I'm just going to make some little circles of white, circles of black, and see what it comes out like. Oh, it's not taking much paint at all. I may have enough. I'm going to put a square bale up at the top so that can make his face and his head. I'm going to go over all the black again and then maybe touch up the white a little bit. It hadn't used much paint at all. As a matter of fact, what I've got left out, I mean, I've only emptied out 2 half cans, so it doesn't take nearly the paint that I anticipated. So far, I'm pretty pleased with the way it's turned out. I did go back over the white a little bit just to make it stand out a little more. But we can't have a cow without ears. I can't wrap my head around what I'm gonna do for ears. I was thinking I might go down to the old barn and take a piece of metal that we had left over from building the milk room and see if I couldn't cut out some ears. I don't know. Let's go down there and see what we can find. All right, so kind of looks like ears to me. Maybe paint them black, put a little pink in the center just to make it not look like one solid piece. And then once I get the square hay bale painted, I think I'm gonna take a piece of rebar and drive it in there and maybe take some plumbing strap and screw them on. I don't know, I hadn't got that far yet, but let's get these things painted. All right, so I got some painter's tape here. I'm thinking mostly black, but a little bit of pink on the inside. Okay, this is a big what if. This doesn't look right. I don't know, but we're gonna give it a shot. Okay, with Tucker's help, I'm gonna attempt to pull the tape off and see what the center looks like. What do you think, Tucker? Yeah, it's pretty, huh? All right, I think since I have the pink, I'm gonna go ahead and spray the pink in the center. All right, well, I'm pretty satisfied with the way the ears turned out. Not sure what they're gonna look like when we actually get them on the hay bale, but we will see. We're gonna go, I say we, Dee Dee and I, she's riding shotgun with me. We're gonna go out to the roadside where I had my Thanksgiving decorations and grab a bale of wheat straw. Now, I hope this is gonna accept spray paint the same way the hay did, but we're gonna see if that's the case. I don't wanna have to buy anything. If I've already got this wheat straw, I can just repurpose it. Another good thing about wheat straw is it's much lighter than hay. So I should have an easier time putting this together and making it stay put. Time for Thanksgiving decorations to go away. All right, Dee Dee, we got it in, girl. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to make a mouth. I'm gonna get my black back out, that's white. Well, I'm in the middle of painting what I think is gonna be the mouth when the camera falls over backwards and the microphone breaks. So Jason's not home for me to get him to show me if we have a replacement. I don't know anything about that sort of thing. So y'all are gonna have to bear with me. Hopefully you can hear me. The wind's blowing quite loudly, so I'll do the best I can. But we gotta get some lips on this guy. So while I'm not actually making lips, I want you to be able to tell what this is. And I think I'm gonna go all the way around. Now, for what I hope is an outline for some eyes. gonna do this part here black and put some white dots for his eyes, and then do this part white. Okay, I'm gonna give you a little sneak peek at what the final product's gonna look like. It's gonna look better than this once it's assembled, because obviously the head is sitting on the ground right now where it needs to be up here. So I'm gonna go get the tractor, put the hay spear on, and take Mr. Moody over to the barn where he will reside until the new year. Hay spear on. All right, Moody, I can't wait till you see your twin. Okay, so I've got Mr. Moody's body moved over to where he's going to reside for the Christmas season. I've also got my tractor parked right here in front. So my goal is to put the square bale that will serve for the head in the bucket of the tractor, lift it up and hold it while I drive these two pieces of rebar in to hold his head. Let's hope this works. So it's holding right there, but it did what I thought it would do, not give me an area to where I can get my arm in there and hammer it. So I'm going to try to come to the side here and see if I can't get enough in to actually hold on. Sylvester, what are you doing, mister? Let's see if this is going to work, buddy. If I could just get one piece held on, then I could come around and move my tractor and get it in there better. Oh, yeah. I think I can push it in. I have one piece of rebar in really good, the other piece not so much, but I can't hammer it anymore. So I've got to back out and hopefully the head doesn't fall off. I'm gonna hold the ears up there and show y'all what it's gonna look like. So we're gonna do one ear so you can see it. But it'll look more like a cow, I think, once I get this part on there. So in order to put the ears on, I drove a piece of conduit right through the middle of the hay bale, and I'm gonna get me some plumber strap in which I hope to hold them on with. All right, so right now Moody's holding a sledgehammer. I don't know what he plans to do with that, but he has ears, but he's still missing one final touch. And the sun's about to go down on me. My ham's still in the freeze dryer, so I think I am going to sleep on what finishing touches that'll be and catch y'all up tomorrow. Okay, so we're back and we're gonna finish up Mr. Moody, who's got his head tilted around looking all cute. But my finishing touches are, I've got some garland that's lighted that's gonna go around his neck, and then he's got to have a Santa hat. All right, I'm gonna tie a bow around the garland at the bottom. Let's get his Santa hat on. So for the Santa hat, I just used some packing material that I had and some plastic bags. Hopefully this will keep its shape. And I'm thinking that landscape staples are gonna hold it on his head. I think this side. Oh my gracious, is this cute or what? You gotta be able to see his Santa hat on. And I'm gonna tie together a quick bow to go around his neck. I must say, this is the cutest. He's not as cute as the real Moody, but this is the cutest Moody sequel I could ever imagine. Just in time for Christmas. So now let's go up to the house and see if the ham is finished freeze drying so we can put Thanksgiving behind us finally and move forward. I hope y'all enjoyed making this Moody. It was a fun project for me, and y'all come on, we got to finish up. Can y'all hear the beeping? There it goes. All right, that means our ham has finished freeze drying, and I am about to take it out. Smells like ham. So I am going to try a piece of the ham unconstituted in the freeze dried state. It's okay. I mean, it's edible, but we're going to put it in a bowl of water. And the thing about meat is it's not going to take on more water than what it needs to reconstitute itself. It's pretty quick. It's a pretty quick process. Okay, so I let it sit just, 45 seconds probably, not very long. And you can see that it is back to a consistency of ham when it's first cooked versus the styrofoam-like texture. That's really good. It tastes just like it did before it went into the freeze-dried state. So this was a win. And I will say, to be able to freeze dry meats is a real time saver. I guess if you guys live a busy lifestyle or just don't want to cook every single day, you can have this ready and add it to whatever you prepare. Just an easy way to make quick meals and to have food on hand that can last up to 25 years. Guys, don't forget, if you are interested in a freeze dryer, click on the link below. I hope y'all enjoyed our crafty project that we made today with all recycled goods that were here on the farm already. Didn't have to put a dime into it, and appreciate y'all. Y'all be good.